Hi, I'm Jam at Peaceful Media. If we haven't met before, welcome. This video is intended for authors, speakers, coaches, consultants, anyone who's building an empire, building a brand around expertise, thought leaders, experts, influencers, social media celebrities. It's all in this space of imparting what you've mastered, imparting what you know to be the way to others, right? And monetizing that by way of books, memberships, products. If you're in that space and you're interested in scaling to build a platform based on your intellectual property, then you've really come to the right place, because today I'm going to share what we've learned to be a signature system for brand growth in the thought leadership space. Let's unpack our signature system called the Prosperity Plan. Like I said, Peaceful Media has been around since 2008. We work with international client lists, everybody from Brendon, Burchard to Jeff Walker to Sonia, Choquette to University of California, Davis. If you are a thought leader, you're an author, speaker, coach, consultant, you've probably seen our work out there or our clients' work. And those clients are supported with an international team, right? We're distributed across the world, based and headquartered here in the Portland, Oregon area. So let's go through the Prosperity Plan here together. So we build brands for a brighter future. Our mission is to love more, play more, do more good. We're not just interested in helping people make more money. We're interested in building a brighter future. And so there's a really strong cultural value filter that we apply to our work. So let's get into this Prosperity Plan. Prosperity with a little I on the end, because all of our clients, no matter what, they're interested in influence, income, and impact. So let's unpack what that means. So at the very center of our signature system, the Prosperity Plan, you'll see the word freedom. That's really like what's driving their investment into Peaceful Media. So for Brendon, what he wanted was the freedom to not be coding his own website that wasn't mobile friendly, not be coding his own website from midnight to 2 a.m. He wanted to know that his platform was mobile friendly, accessible, beautiful, professional, credible, so that he was Oprah ready. And sure enough, he launched his website, elevated his brand, and found his way into the Oprah world. So that was a wonderful story of how he got to focus on what he was awesome at, and still is, right? It still is awesome. A tremendous speaker, tremendous educator, community leader, influencer, and of course, best-selling author. So when he was able to do all that and not worry about the tech piece that his team could manage now, then he was able to do more things that create more influence, impact, income. So in the outside rings are our 3 pillars here, these big colorful rings out here. Elevate your brand, automate your revenue, and expand your engagement. So let's unpack those just slightly. But first, let's look at our second why people come to us, which is legacy. And Sonia Choquette is a great example of this. So she was on the second 20 years of her professional career in intuitive coaching and teaching, spiritual teaching. So what she's looking for is, yes, some freedom, right? To get out of doing exclusively one-to-ones, sell more courses, sell more memberships, right? Create more products that lean into her amazingly broad and deep body of curriculum. So that's a freedom piece, right? Getting her out of the one-to-one stuff into more one-to-many. Very common in the coaches space as you start consulting and authorship. If you want to sort of scale up your impact, right, you're going to start broadening out how people can come into the doors of your intellectual property. So that's exactly where we're at with Sonia. Did a whole rebrand, built a whole learning management system, built a whole digital commerce system, and then started driving traffic with paid traffic and doing content production, channel management, and managing the digital commerce. A little bit of sales funnels as well. At the tail end of one's thought leadership career, you start thinking about how to institutionalize your intellectual property. right? How to make it so that it's not just reliant on your one-to-one efforts, but is able to scale and meet people all over the world 24/7, 365, and also be run and supported by other voices. That's where we start getting into setting up institutions for our clients. So let's unpack, while we're looking at this one, let's unpack these 9 services that are really on the outskirts of our core pillars at Peaceful Media. So we got our brand identity. So if you're looking for a rebrand, you're looking for a better articulation of your positioning, your messaging, your core values, your mission, headlines, ads. What are we putting up in an ad versus what we're putting on your about page? That's all brand identity. Of course, there's the design piece to that too. What is the aesthetic that helps your energy and essence come through on everything that we see, whether that's a social media graphic or your website or a banner on i5. Then we get into web design. So web design, this is probably stating the obvious, but it's not just about setting up a pretty website. Since day one at Peaceful Media, we've been thinking about how websites turn into 2 things: email database and monetization. And if I'm going to add another one, how we organically receive organic traffic, right? So that's where it bleeds into search reputation, the SEO work, the local SEO, the content SEO. So all 3 of these services, brand identity, web design, search reputation, work in concert when you're working with a digital marketing agency that is focused on thought leaders, the thought leader space. They all work together to elevate your brand and help you get Oprah ready, to help you get ready for the next big podcast, to help you have the credibility to be able to go out there and grab more market share. So that's elevate your brand. They all work in concert to lift your brand up, credibility, trust, and organic traffic coming your way, and building that immediate know-like trust that this brand is legit. This brand gets me. This brand is well articulated. This brand gets its message. This brand knows what it is and is communicating it clearly to me. And the website isn't getting in my way from subscribing and joining the digital commerce, which is coming up in the next pillar. All right, so that's elevate your brand as a core pillar of the prosperity plan here at Peaceful Media. Now let's talk about automate your revenue. This is how we create more impact and income. So automate your revenue includes 3 services: digital commerce, sales funnel, and paid traffic. Now, digital commerce is a big old meatball. Digital commerce is how you sell your information and how you deliver your information. So we set up a lot of Kajabi sites, WooCommerce sites, membership sites, learning management system portals, whether that's small business scale or enterprise scale. We set up the ability for your consumers and your prospects to come in and purchase your intellectual property, to give you a licensing fee, to give you just a credit card swipe for an ongoing membership, or to give you a credit card swipe from Instagram to be able to buy your swag, your branded merch, right? All of this is within the sub-pillar of digital commerce. Now let's talk about sales funnel. Whether you're B2B or B2C, or both, a hybrid. In order to scale your business, you're gonna need a sales funnel. You're gonna need to know that while you're sleeping, someone on the other side of the world is finding you through organic or paid or whatever. They're finding you, signing up for something free, and going through an automated system, an automated sequence that nurtures that relationship, wows them with that free thing that enhances their life, wows them with more and more value, and ultimately gets them to show up to a sales call with you or a discovery call with you or your website checkout and say, absolutely, I'm all in, I'm already sold. So the sales funnel is just a fancy way of saying building up and nurturing a relationship from someone going as a stranger that just learned about your brand all the way to giving you some money, right? So that's what a sales funnel is. And then paid traffic, of course. Once you have that sales funnel, And then our job at Peaceful Media is to send qualified traffic. Send traffic that's going to give you $3 for every dollar that you spend on Meta, LinkedIn, Google, whatever it is, YouTube, whatever it is where your audience hangs out, where your buyers hangs out. We want to be there with some retargeting campaigns and some cold traffic campaigns and some bottom of funnel campaigns that get them to come over and re-engage with your products and solutions. So that's the automate your revenue pillar here at Peaceful Media. All right, so we've looked at automate your revenue. Let's zoom on over to the next pillar here at Peaceful Media in the Prosperity Plan, which is expand your engagement. All right, so this is how you become ubiquitous. This is how you become the household name that Brendon Burchard is, where you say his name, you go, oh, cool, I have one of his products. Oh, cool, I followed him on Instagram. Oh, he's amazing. I've seen him speak there, da, 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 da. All right, so expanding your engagement is really about becoming that ubiquitous thought leader that everybody knows about. And when you get to this part, it gets really exciting because we put you in a position where all you need to do is share your voice, share your message, share your insights to uplift humanity and heal the world. We do the work of packaging all of that up with sharp, solid, strategic content production, whether it's a podcast, a YouTube show, articles, etc. And then managing the channels, we call it omni-channel management, where we manage all the channels to which that content will go. Are you looking to grow a YouTube channel? Are you looking to grow your Instagram channel? Are you looking to grow your Facebook, your TikTok, your Twitter, your Blue Sky, whatever it is, we manage those channels for you. So we can watch your community for you. We can set up all of the micro content that goes out, your reels, your shorts, your little TikToks going out there. We manage all of that, manage the community, manage the DMs, and get you going with rock solid on brand messaging that helps you build know, like, trust and engagement with future buyers. And when you're doing social media and channel management and content production well in concert with each other, then suddenly you find that what was a mindless, I don't know why I'm doing this, black hole activity for you suddenly becomes a heavily monetized activity. And suddenly when you're doing product launches with us, that social media, that organic social media channel becomes really lucrative. We've seen this with several of our clients where they do that work, they put in the quarters of the social media machine, and suddenly when they do that quarterly product launch or the annual product launch, it suddenly monetizes in ways that you didn't have to rely on paid traffic to achieve. All right, so that's channel management. And of course, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention email marketing, which is kind of like the cornerstone of any engagement, is to make sure that you're nurturing your list, capturing a list, building up your database, being really strategic about your lead magnets and your nurturing sequences, but then ultimately staying top of mind, staying top of inbox, keeping your newsletters front and center, or even building out robust product launch systems, product launch email sequences that segment your list, segment the list in the CRM of your choice. We have some here at Peaceful Media we can recommend. Setting up the system so that we're marketing to the people who are already kicking the can, who are already at the bottom of your funnel, wanting to buy. So we have super robust product launch strategy execution in our wheelhouse, and been doing it for over 16 years. So very exciting to be able to go to one agency and know that your influence, impact, and income are all covered under one umbrella. That Peaceful Media's signature system makes sure that you are free to do what you do best, right? Which is think, create content, and propel people, educate people, edify and elevate humanity, right? So that's what you do well. We do all the rest, right? We make sure that your message proliferates, gets distributed, and ultimately gets monetized in the best, most modern and proficient ways possible. So with that, If you are interested in learning more about your prosperity plan, then what I would like for you to do is to reach out to our Right Fit team, which will have a conversation with you, better understand what your needs are and see if we're a right fit for each other. If we are, then we'll have a deep, robust right fit call, a deep dive session where we will go through and map out what your vision is and how we can support you with that. And then ultimately see if you would like a strategic roadmap with Peaceful Media. When we do the strategic roadmap, we design your prosperity plan. We figure out, okay, here's what your goals are. Okay, cool. So here's what the obstacles are. Here's what the risks are. Here's where you can input. Here's where your zone of genius is exclusively yours, and we won't be able to exactly do that. Here's ours, right? And so here's our custom prosperity plan for you to help you go achieve the results you want with your brand. Get the bigger publishing deal, get the bigger speeches, get on the biggest YouTube shows, build your own channels, right? Your own shows. Whatever your goals are, we can support you with that with your custom prosperity plan that comes on the tail end of our strategic roadmap service. All right, so if you're interested in any of this or just want to see if we're a right fit, please go on over to peacefulmedia.com and get to know our portfolio, get to know our team, get to know our services, and see if you like the story we have to tell and the mission that we're on here at Peaceful Media. Until I see you, remember to love more, play more, and do more good. I'm Jan here at Peaceful Media, signing out. Peace.